Welcome everyone once again in my video on the aggregate functions and group by with having clause. We are going through different DBMS concepts. So here is part 7 of DBMS concepts, that is aggregate functions and group by with having clause. But before I move on with that, let me tell you one thing, my dear learners. Great things never come from comfort zones. So you have to come out of your comfort zone. The harder you work for something, the greater you will feel when you achieve it. Right? So always dream bigger. So let us move on. As this topic is also prescribed in the syllabus, CBSE syllabus of 12 Computer Science and 12 IB. So the contents we are going to cover over here, the learning outcomes are aggregate functions, and in this we will learn the main 5 aggregate functions which we have: max, min, sum, avg, count, count star, group by clause. Now this is a different clause which we will learn, and group by with having clause. So let's begin. Now firstly, types of functions in MySQL. So we have two types of functions basically: single row or scalar functions, or multiple row, or we can say group functions or aggregate functions. So multiple row is also known as group functions, or multiple row functions, or aggregate functions. Now what is a single row or scalar function? It works with a single row at a time. It operates on a single value to return a single value. And single row function returns a result for every row of a query table. Like for example, day function, the library function which we have learned in our previous video, or year function which gives value for each of the records, in that particular column. So this is what about single row. They can accept one or more arguments but return only one result per row. Now multiple row functions, these functions are aggregate functions. They summarize the results of a query and return a single value. So they work with data of multiple rows at a time and return an aggregated value. Group functions return single value. They always return full single value. Suppose you want to take out the average of the marks in a class, then if you have a student table where marks is there and the record of every student is given and marks of every student is given, so it will take out the average, it will find the average, this avg function for example, and will fetch you one single average value. So it is returning one single value only. So the examples in aggregate functions we have sum, max, min, avg, count. So let's see and learn these aggregate functions one by one. As you know that aggregate function performs a calculation on multiple values and performs calculation on a group of rows and not single row, and it returns a single value. Now the syntax is select max, and in parenthesis you have to mention the column name, or you can write min and in parenthesis you have to mention the column name. Likewise, so any of the functions you can write, or you can write all the functions using a comma, and you have to mention the name of the column. That means every function, every aggregate function takes one single parameter. It takes one single, either name of a column or one single parameter it takes. From, you have to mention the table name obviously. Where is optional? Now remember, distinct and all keywords are used with group functions, and how distinct keywords they work with these we will see in our next coming up slides. So let us start with max function. Max, as the name itself suggests, that it returns the maximum value from a given column or expressions. Now this is the table product on which we are working. So select, if you write and then max and mention the name of the column. DOP is the date of purchase column I have given. So DOP from product. So it is working on the date type data, and as you know that date type data, that is the most recent data, is the greatest, is the maximum. So this date among all these is the highest date, most recent date. So that is why this is the answer. Similarly, see, it is giving one single value as its output. Similarly, max QTY, quantity. Now let's see this particular column. The maximum quantity over here is 200. Yes, and it is given the value 200. So this means this is correct. So let's see the next one, that is min. Min returns the minimum value for a given column or expressions. In a similar way, when we are writing min quantity, it is giving us the minimum value from the quantity field. Remember that these aggregate functions, they ignore the null. Null function, these aggregate functions, they simply ignore. They do not take null in consideration. So minimum quantity, it is given 10. Yes, 10 is the minimum quantity. Similarly, min DOP will fetch you the date from this column DOP, that is the date which is the oldest one. So which is the oldest date? Yes, the oldest date is this one, 2003, 16 February 2003. See, 2003, another date is there. This is 9 December 2003. But which has come earlier? 16 February 2003. This is the oldest one. So likewise. Now, one question if I ask you, and think about that if I ask you that suppose there is a student table and the date of birth is given. So if I ask you that who is the eldest among all the students, so what you will do? You will use max function or min function? So this is a question for all of you. Let me move on. Sum. Now sum function returns the sum of values in given parameter input, column or expression. So sum QTY, quantity I have done. So it is adding all the values in this. So there are basically 8 records in this table, but it is ignoring null and it is giving the value 465 by adding all these. Right? And sum, this function and AVG function, they take only one single input, and that is also of integer type. Remember, either integer or float, numeric type or float or decimal type, but numeric type data they take. Moving on, the product table. Now we have average function, AVG. AVG function returns the average value of the given parameter. So AVG, what it is doing, the sum which you got in the previous slide 465, it is dividing it by 7. Why 7? Because there are, see, 7 records other than null. This one 100, 50, 60, 20, 200, 10 and 25. How many are there? 7 in numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So null will be ignored. So 465 divided by 7, you get this answer. Right? So next, count and count asterisk. or we can say count star. Now count function, it returns the total number of values or records under the specified column or expression. Now suppose you've given count QTY from product. Count QTY, so from this particular column it is counting how many records are there. Now count, remember count takes the parameter a field name which can be any field. It can be a date field, it can be a string field, means this kind of a field also it can take. Count P name from product also it can take. So now the thing is, if you take QTY, count QTY, it will give you answer as 7. Why it is giving answer as 7? And if you do count P name, it will give you answer as 8. Why? Because there is no null value. But QTY here there is one null value. And remember, count also ignores null value. Whereas the difference over here we are getting in between count and count star is count star, it also considers the null values and the duplicate values. So there is, since there is one null value, so it is still counting that. So it is counting the total number of records, and we know total number of records is what? Total number of records is cardinality of the table. So this is the cardinality of the table which you are getting. And hope you have understood the difference between these two. Count is ignoring the null values and count star is considering the null values as well as it considers the duplicate values, right? So let us see with the example. Now this is the student table which we have seen in previous videos also. Admission number, S name, DOB for date of birth, stream, marks and department number. Now from this table, if you use distinct stream, now this is not an aggregate function, this is simply by removing the redundant values, that means the duplicate values, it will show you the values once. Even if there are the value is multiple times, still it will show you once. For example, science, see the column stream where science is coming multiple times, it is showing you science once. Commerce is coming multiple times, it is showing you once. Null, now null, it is also showing null value. And arts, arts is only once and it has shown it once only. So this is the value which you get in case of distinct. But what when you do distinct with the function count? Now count always fits one single value. Count is an aggregate function and all the aggregate functions, they returns one single value and they take one single parameter. So it is taking this entire distinct stream as the parameter. Now what we have got in case of distinct stream? We have got this stream, commerce, null and arts, but it is not including the null. So by excluding the null value, it is counting and giving you 3. So for science, commerce and arts, it is not including the null value, right? So in this way you can understand how it is differentiating. Now aggregate functions once again all together. So remember that the asterisk is the only argument that includes nulls when it is used only with count. Functions other than count disregard nulls in any case. So whether it's max, min, sum, average, whatever count, it ignores null values. So this is what you have from the table product. It is showing you the value together at a time. But see, it is returning one single value for each function. For each function, it is returning one single value. Right? I hope you have understood, and you have understood the difference between count and count star. So count, if you write any name of column in the parameter, it will not consider the null value, but count star will consider the null value. That is why the difference in these two values, and it's a very important question which comes, that they will give you one single table and in the question paper and they will ask you why these answers are different in case of count. So then you have to understand and you have to tell that count star is considering the null value also, whereas quantity, in the quantity column there is one single null value. That is why there is a difference in, or difference of 1. So let's move on. Group by clause and with having condition. So let's see first group by clause. Now group by clause actually it combines all those records that have identical values in a particular field or a group of fields. Now this grouping results into one summary record per group. Per group you are getting one single summary record. The group functions are used with it. You have a connection in these group functions, whatever we have learned just now, and with this group by clause. Now grouping can be done by a column name or with aggregate functions, in which case the aggregate produces a value for each group. Now all rows with a null in the column are treated as if null was another value. If a grouping column contains null values, all null values are considered equal and they are put into a single group. So null is also put into one single group. Now the syntax is select from, group by. Suppose you have order by also. Remember, order by clause is given at the last. After all group by and all everything, at the last we give order by clause. Suppose in one single query you have select clause, select from, and then you have group by also, and you have order by also, and you have where also. So it will be like select from, where, group by, order by. Now moving on. Now let's see the query example for group by from the student table itself. So select stream count star. You want to display two columns, that is for stream and one for count star. From student, group by stream. Now this is very important. Why? Because you are grouping this particular, this one, grouping according to this particular column stream. Now this is very important. That is, you are aggregating, you are grouping according to the stream. So see, the stream column, it has got signs. So multiple times signs has come, but what it is showing, it is giving you the value of signs in stream, and it is grouping that there are 4 signs in this particular column. Count star is counting and telling that there are 4 signs stream given in this particular column. Similarly, commas, there are 2 in number. See, 2 commas is here, so it is given 2. Now null. Now null also, this group by considers null. Just now we have seen in the previous slide that null is considered as a separate entry. So null, there is only one single value null. Yes, this one. And arts also, once, only one time arts is given. So one for here. So see, another example. See here, select stream sum marks. Now you are using another aggregate function sum. From student, group by stream. Now this time what you are doing, you are summing the value of marks from the marks column. All the marks values will be given but grouped by stream. Now how the output will be? Signs. Now how many times science has come? Science has come 4 times. So 96. Let us see by this way. 96 and then science 100. This is also science 96 and this one 65. So what is the total value? 96 plus 100 plus 96 plus 65. Yes, the value is 356. 357. So now some marks, it is shown for science as 357. Similarly, for commerce, you have to give the value of some marks but grouped by stream. So when it is grouped by stream, so commerce, all the students from commerce, their marks is marks is added and given. So commerce, there are only 2 students and the value is 90 plus 85. So you've got 175. Similarly, null, there is only one single null value, and even if there are multiple null values, still it will show you null only. And arts, there is only one student who have got 90 in arts, so the value is 90. Now see, similarly, marks count star from student. Now group by marks, you have grouped it according to the marks column. Now how is this one? The answer you will get 96. Now this is grouped it according to marks. Now 2 students have got 96. See, this one and this one. So it is given 96 and it is given count star value as 2. Now 90, again 2 students have got 90, this one and this one, so it is given 2 here. Now rest all, there is only one single student who has got 85 and one has got 100 and one has got 65 and one is one null. So it has shown you accordingly. So hope you have understood that how this grouping has been done. Now this is the way you can work with the group by clause. And the last one which is left is group by with having condition. Now see, you cannot use where clause with group by. For giving condition with group by, you have to use this having clause, having condition. And having clause places conditions on groups, and it can also include aggregate functions. Now the difference between where and having is given, it places conditions on individual rows in case of where, and it cannot include aggregate functions. This is very important, that where clause cannot include aggregate functions, whereas having clause, it includes aggregate functions and it places conditions on groups. So let's see the example query. You will understand that select star from student where marks is greater than 80, and then select stream count star from student group by stream having count star greater than equal to 2. Now we will see how this particular query works. So the syntax for giving having condition is having, you have to use having condition with group by. Group by can be used independently, and if you want to use having condition, you have to use it with group by only, right? So this is the way you can write. Now let's move on and see some example of having condition. See this table, student table. So stream count star from student group by stream. This much we have seen the answer which we got in the previous slide. Let's see what we got here in the previous slide. We got this answer up till group by stream. Now you are giving another condition on group by, that is having count star less than equal to 2. So see, science, it was having 4, so that is why the condition is false for science stream, and it is true for commerce, null and arts, so that is why it is showing only commerce, null and arts. Science, it is not shown since the count star was 4. Count star is 4 for science. Now see, similarly, stream some marks from student group by stream having some marks greater than 100. Now we want to see all those marks, total marks of those streams which is greater than 100. So let's see what was there up till group by. It was like this: science 357, commerce 175, null and arts 90. Now it has excluded 90 when you are using having condition with this. because the condition itself says that the sum marks must be greater than 100. So that is why it has excluded null and arts. Hope you have understood. Let's see some of the examples. If you want, you can do that. I have just run this query. Select distinct stream from student, and let's see, select stream star student. Stream. Yes, this is correct. And let's use having also. You will get all these in my ready to run notes. Suppose less than 2, then what it will show? Less than 2, it will show only for null and arts. It will not show signs, as well as commas it won't show because you have not given equal to. See? Yes, that means we are going correctly, and you will get the entire note in Notepad in my blog. No Python bytes. So hope you have understood aggregate functions and group by with having. So do not figure out big plans at first, but begin slowly, feel your ground and proceed up and up. By Swami Vivekananda. And stay safe, stay aware, stay healthy, stay. Thank you for your patient hearing.